WDBJ7's Here at Home.
It's an exciting time of the year for the Garth Newel Music Center in Hot Springs. We are joined now by CEO Steve Wagaman and Jeanette Fang to discuss several upcoming events. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so if people are not familiar with Garth Newel, I always say that's kind of a hidden gem in Bath County. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it really is hidden.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful road, 220, you're familiar with it
Yes.
here, of course. It passes between Hot Springs and Warm Springs, and about 60% of the way north, off to the right, there's a little road called Garth Newel Lane. It's one of those brown-colored private roads, but there's a sign outside. And you can't see anything except a cow pasture.
Right.
Well, there's a road that goes up to the top of the hill, and up there is one of the most exquisite small estates. It's 114 acres.
Okay, I was going to say, I knew it was over 100 acres.
And the interesting thing about it is last summer was the 100th anniversary of the completion of the building of the original estate.
Oh, wow.
William Sargent Kendall, marvelous artist, and his scandalously young bride, Christine Herder Kendall, bought the property when they fled from New York. That's a long story. Well, you can look into it if you like. But
Right, it's an interesting story for sure.
He passed away after about 16 years. He was quite a bit older than she was. And she stayed on the property. She got to be rather elderly and then was looking for something meaningful to do with it. And she met a marvelous couple, Luca and Arlene DeCecco, the cellist and first violinist of the Rose String Quartet. They inspired each other to create this music center out of that property. And so 50 years, exactly the halfway point, the DeCeccos began to do programming there. And to this day, there is marvelous educational work, there's concert programming. Arlene really felt that people who came to Garth Newel should have something to eat because there's no place else to eat.
Right.
It wasn't at the time.
Right, yeah.
So she started cooking up these marvelous creations in the manor house, which was the big house they built for each other. And the Garth Newel Piano Quartet, of which Jeanette is the pianist.
Yes.
They are the successors of the original ensemble that was in residence there with the DeCeccos.
Yeah.
The DeCeccos are still alive today.
Are they really? Interesting.
They're
Okay.
about to be 93 and 90.
Wow, that's incredible.
And 90.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, Jeanette, tell us a little bit about coming up. You have a big weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and you are part of this chamber music, which is absolutely exquisite. Tell people what they can expect.
Sure. Well, as a segue, Luke and Arlene DeCecco will be present at the Archduke weekend.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's so fantastic.
yes, we have a Founders Day concert in which they will be there, and it's always fun to see them in the audience. They always make us feel really like we are propagating what is their dream.
Yeah.
And what we do is we do 3 different concerts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's called Archduke Weekend because we always end with Archduke Trio, which people come back year after year to hear because it's one of those glorious pieces of chamber music. And there's dinner after every concert, and the food is really incredible.
It really is.
So if you like good eating, which I think we all do.
We all do.
Yeah, yeah.
You combine the food and the music and the atmosphere. It just really is a delightful experience. I've been there myself. I've experienced it, and I absolutely loved it. And I definitely want to come back. And you have a summer season coming up. Is that starting July 5th? Is that right?
July 5th.
Runs into August, right?
It runs until Labor Day weekend.
Oh, Labor Day weekend.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so you can go onto the website and find out more on that. But a lot of different activities. There's always something going on, and there's always a weekend where you're performing or doing something special.
there are 19 concerts across 9 weekends.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that many.
And this year we're having some really exciting guest artists as well, including, for example, Astrid Schween, who is not a household name by herself, but the ensemble she plays in it. She's the cellist of the Juilliard String Quartet.
Oh, wow.
She'll be there this summer. And then there's also a wonderful violinist, Daniel Hope, who will be there to play with the Garth Newel Piano Quartet.
Okay, all right.
And
we
then a
can-
few non-classical activities.
Okay, all right. So yeah, there's always something. Like I said, you just never know what you're going to get. So go online. The Founders Weekend is that Memorial Day weekend, but like you said, 9 weeks of all sorts of fun. It runs through July 5th through August 31st is that summer season. But go online. We have a link over on our website to find out all the details and get tickets. Thank you both for being here. We certainly
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Okay,
Thank
all right.
you.
And we'll be right back.